What's going on, YouTube? It is early morning Saturday, June 22nd. We're going to do some MLB player props. Stick around to see what we got. Welcome to the channel, everybody. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new and you've been here before, welcome back. My name's Austin. This is the Sports Stage, and on this channel, we do sports betting, we do fantasy football, and we like to win. Okay, we're going to do some MLB player props. Excuse my stuttering of my words right there. Like I said, we're doing baseball today. Baseball's been kind of what I've been betting on lately mostly, and these are some player props. NBA season is over. Looks like Stanley Cup is going to continue. Last night, the Panthers, brain fart. Last night the Oilers forced game 7 over the Panthers. So Stanley Cup is still going. We might try to find some hockey picks in the VIPs today. Speaking of VIPs, guys, if you want to get in on those, they've been hot. Link is down here in the description. Just click on free picks and VIP picks. Those have been hot lately. So far, we've been in the positive for 4 of the last 5 straight days. Putting out a lot of sports books picks on there all day long. I'm searching. I have notifications coming up to my phone if a bet meets my parameters that I'm trying to get at to get positive expected value and beat the closing line value. Okay, if we beat the closing line value more times than we don't beat it, we are going to be profitable, guys. Look up CLV betting. Look up positive EV betting. That's what we're doing. Those are the picks that I'm sending out to my VIPs. So far on the week, we are 79% beating closing line value. So in that instance, in that category of betting, sports books, not player props on daily fantasy sports, we have been hot on that right now. So I'm going to try to find a player prop in my VIPs for the Stanley Cup Game 7. But anyways, we're talking Saturday right now. We're talking baseball, and we're going to put these picks in on Sleeper. If you don't have Sleeper, right here at the bottom of the screen, promo code worldwide, that's going to get you up to a $100 deposit match on your first deposit. Don't miss out on free money, guys, on any app that you use. I don't care if it's Sleeper, CHALKBOARD, Underdog, prizepicks, Dabble, whatever it is. Find a promo code and take advantage of their deals. They give free money to all new users, okay? Excuse my voice right now. Allergies are killing me here where I live, so it's probably a little raspy, and I might clear my throat a few times. Let's move on to the picks. I'll drop this screen down for you, and my eyes are burning too. That's why I'm like, okay. Don't judge me on my allergies. So first, we're going to go with Ronald Blanco. Like I said, we're putting these in on Sleeper. Here's your Sleeper desktop app here. You guys can see I've already got Ronald Blanco selected here in the pick slip, so that's easy for you guys. We're going to click on him. Houston versus Baltimore. Blanco, we're going to go under on the strikeout line. Right now, he's at 5.5 strikeouts. It is kind of an even split as far as the odds go. If you look over here on props.cash, minus 115 on the over, minus 110 on the under. So we're actually getting slightly better odds. It's a slightly better probability to go over than it is to go under, and you can see why here. He's gone over it in 7 of his last 10 games. However, we got to look at the matchup, guys, and the matchup here is he's going against Baltimore, and Baltimore has been pretty darn good lately. If you see here in the last 15 days, they're ranked 12th in strikeout percentage, and the big one here, the kicker, is weighted runs created plus. They are first over the last 15 days, first over the last 30 days, and 4th so far on the season. So they are putting up runs, and weighted runs created plus. You can look at this metric, look it up, and kind of get a deep dive into what it is. But essentially, it's how many runs a team's creating with other factors taken into account. So weather, stadium, things like that. Weighted runs created plus is a good metric to look at how a team is doing overall, no matter where they're playing or who they're playing against. And they are first over the last 15 and 30 days and 4th on the season. So if they're putting up runs on Blanco, kind of tells us he's probably not going to go deep into the game. The less he goes, the fewer innings he goes, the less chance he has to strike people out. Kind of simple math right there, right? Strikeouts per inning on Blanco, he's in the 45th percentile. He's not striking people out at a high rate right now per inning. The reason he's getting those strikeout numbers that you guys saw up here, where he's getting 8, 8, 8, is the amount of innings he's going. He's playing against teams that aren't putting up runs against him. If you see down here, shows you how many innings he's going. This one over here against Washington, he put up 6. That was the game, right? Sorry, against Colorado here. He put up 6 strikeouts in 5.6 innings. However, that's against the Rockies, the worst team in baseball. So I'm not going to count that. That is an outlier. Well, I'm going to count it. You can't discredit that game, but that's an outlier there. Here where he had 8 Ks against Detroit, he went 7 innings. Against San Francisco, he went 6 innings. These 2 games right here. So when he's going more innings, he's getting more strikeouts. Kind of easy math again, right? But nonetheless, like I said, Baltimore is putting up runs on pitchers right now. He's not, sorry, Blanco himself is not striking out people at a high rate. Only 45th percentile, bottom half of the league in terms of strikeouts per inning. You guys know the Baltimore lineup. You can see it right here. I'll scroll over so I can show you. Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Ryan O'Hearn, Mountcastle. Sorry, I went out of order right there. These guys have been hitting great, especially Rutschman. You guys know him from Oregon State back in the day. He's always been good. Nothing's changed there. If you guys look at the odds here on all the books, the under's at minus 101 here, minus 108 here, plus 100 here, minus 110 here. There's actually quite a few books that are favoring the over more than the under. However, the sharpest book in the world right here, Pinnacle, under is minus 134, over minus 107. And when Pinnacle has that kind of odds, that shows us that they are onto something that these other books are not onto. Minus 134 from Pinnacle, that is actually gives me a lot of confidence based on who is setting those odds, and that being Pinnacle. Like I said, the sharpest sports book in the world. These other sports books, there's nothing wrong with them. They are also good sports books, but Pinnacle is a sharp book. One thing I don't like about props.cash here is it does not have bet online odds. I'd have to go search for that if I wanted to find that there. Also a very sharp book, but nonetheless, all those things put together that I just showed you guys, that's why I'm taking the under on Ronald Blanco's strikeout line today. And pitcher strikeouts, the under has been a great pick for us all season long. Moving on, guys, we're going into the next pick, and we're not going to go far. We're sticking with the Baltimore-Houston game. We're going with Corbin Burns. His strikeout line is at 5.5 also. And his strikeout line is at 5.5 also. And we are going under on his strikeout line at 5.5 Ks. This was actually at 6.5 last night. And 100% of the public was taking the under. Now it's at 5.5. Almost 80%, 79% of people are taking the under even at 5.5. You can see here he's had 5, 5, 6, and 7 in his last few games here. Let's go over here to props.cash. Guys, if you like props.cash, I don't remember the cost of the subscription, but it wasn't terrible to get a full year subscription. There's a link in the description down below. You can actually use this yourself and research your own player props. So you don't have to worry about relying on anybody else. And it shows you all these stats that I'm showing you every single day. This is their website. So Corbin Burns under 5.5 strikeouts. It still has it at 6.5 actually on props.cash. But you can see why people were all taking the under. That was kind of an obvious bet. That line was way too high, but even at 5.5, I like this pick. 5.5 strikeouts. See, he's been over it 7 of the last 10, kind of similar to that Ronald Blanco pick. But the public is with me on this one. They are almost 80% are taking the under. If you see here, Caesars has it at minus 135, FanDuel minus 146, DraftKings minus 140. I just accidentally reset the chart over here. BetMGM minus 140, Pinnacle, sharpest book out there, plus 103 to hit the over, minus 150 to hit the under. And guys, this one I'm doing live with you. I haven't actually looked at this at props.cash chart on this one. I found this pick on OddsJam. OddsJam said it was a great pick to take. I looked at Sleeper over his last few, and I took the under. But looking into this, diving a little bit deep, strikeout percentage over the last 15 days, they're actually not terrible, but they're not great by any means. They are in the bottom third of the league here, ranking 23rd in strikeout percentage over the last 15 days. So is that good for us? Maybe, maybe not. I'd actually say it's better for Burns than it is for us because the Astros are striking out at a fairly high rate if they're ranked in the bottom third in terms of strikeout percentage. Weighted runs created plus, they are barely under the top half right here. You can see they're 14th. Here's a kicker right here with why I like this pick. Burns, 43rd percentile in strikeouts per inning. That is great news for us. You know the Astros lineup, they've been good for multiple years now. Probably, 5 or 6 years they've been in top team, an elite team. Their first four are hard as hell. They're just as hard as anybody else in the league to get through those first four. Down here, you have some guys that might strike out a little bit more. But those first four guys are extremely hard to pitch against. In terms of everything, right? Not giving up hits, runs, strikeouts, all that stuff. Those first four, you guys know that already. Strikeouts per inning, though, is the one main reason why I like this pick on Burns to go under 5.5 strikeouts. If this line was still at 6.5, it is a no-brainer, 100% take it. There's a slight bit of a question mark if it now being at 5.5 Ks, but I still like the pick on the under. If you look down here, all his games where he's been striking guys out a lot, like this 11K game here against Seattle. I take that back. Eat my words. I thought that said 8 innings when I went down here. 6 innings, 11 Ks. That's actually really good. 7 innings, 6 innings. He's going 6 innings most of his games. If Houston puts up runs, like I said with Blanco, he's not going to be going that deep into the game. But 6 innings, stumbled over my words again, I apologize. When he's looking like he's averaging about a strikeout per inning so far in these games that he's hitting it. He's been going 6 innings a lot. He did go 7 innings a couple games. These games down here where he went 5, let's take a look at how many innings he pitched against in those games. He went 7 against Boston and Toronto as well. Again, over here, 6 against Toronto where he did not hit it. So Toronto has his number for sure. He has not played Houston this year, I don't believe. Let's check the head-to-head. Yes. This is last year. So on the May 22nd last year. That's over a year ago. I'm not going to use that to determine the pick this year. I'm going to stick more with last 10. Last 5, though, if you see 2 out of the last 3, he's been under it. I like the pick, guys. If you guys don't like this one, because the line dropped to 5.5, don't take it. Just pick this. Take the Blanco pick with the next pick we're doing, because both of those I think are almost guaranteed locks. This one's the only one with a slight question mark that I'm putting out there today. Back to the app, guys. Here's your pick, Corbin Burns, under 5.5 strikeouts. Here's your slip so far. Right now it's at a 3.54x payout with these 2 picks. We do have one more pick that I'm going to add in here. And like I said, if you don't like that Burns pick, if you're skeptical a little bit on that, take the Blanco pick and this next pick we're going to give you. And I'm going to go. We are scrolling over. And this one's a little bit earlier. This one's at 12:15 p.m. This is Mountain Time, 2:15 Eastern Time. Figure out your time zone from there. Right now, it is 6:40 Mountain Time. So you guys have almost 6 hours to put this pick in. St. Louis, San Francisco. We're going to go with Miles Mikolas, and we're taking his K line. He's at 4.5. That's his line. We're hitting that under as well. We're going against the public on this one. 80% of people are taking the over, and let's dive a little deeper and look at why. So here's Miles Mikolas chart over his last 10 games. He is hitting it 50% over, 50% under. He went 4 straight games under, and then lately he's been a little bit better. 4 out of the last 5, he's been over that 4.5 line here. So that chart right there gives us a little bit of confidence, but it also would give us a little bit of confidence if we were taking the over, right? 50-50, it's a coin flip. Let's look a little bit deeper, though. Here's what I like about taking the under. San Francisco's batting strikeout percentage, they're 8th over the last 15 days, and Miles Mikolas is in the 15th percentile in baseball in strikeouts per inning. Okay, the games that he covered it, he went 6 innings, 7 innings, 6.3, and 5.66. This one right here was actually really good, going 5 2/3 innings and still covering that 4.5 line. For him, that's really good. The games he's not covering it, still went 6 here. Down here, he got 4, 6, 5, and 6. So some games he is still going 6 innings, trying to get that quality start and not quite hitting that 4.5 strikeouts. I do want to point out one thing, though. the games that he's gone over this lately, Cubs, he has their number, Pittsburgh, and Philly. Those teams are not those teams are not that great in terms of strikeout percentage. Let's look over here. This is strikeout percentage, strikeouts per game. If you go down here, Pittsburgh down here was one of the games that he went over. He covered that right here on June 11th. Cubs twice and Phillies. Cubs are right here at 20th, also bottom third, and Philly is 16th, bottom half. So Philly's not terrible in terms of strikeout percentage. They're right in the middle of the MLB. But these other two teams, the Cubs and the Pirates, both bottom third teams in terms of strikeout percentage. He's striking out teams that aren't very good at not striking out. So the one game that he did decent that I would say is the Phillies over the last 5 here. That's a decent team that he struck out 5 times. And 5 strikeouts really isn't a ton. You've seen guys go for 11, 12 strikeouts this year. But in terms of our line, the game that he did good, the Phillies was a good one. They're not a bad team. These other 3 guys, he's striking out weak teams. And like you see over the last 15 days, the Giants are 8th in terms of strikeout percentage. This is a good pick for us. The public is all taking the over. I like the under. DraftKings likes the under. FanDuel likes the under. Caesars likes the under. BetMGM likes the under. And like I said, most importantly, Pinnacle also likes the under. I like the under based on the analytics here and breaking this down. Hit that under on this one. Don't ride with the public on it. They're all taking the over. Don't ride with the public on this one. Do not ride with the public on this one. 4.5 strikeouts. Hit that under. It's 50-50 right now. So I guess riding with the public is either way. My bad. I was thinking the Burns pick where they had most people are taking the over and we're taking the under. Nonetheless, Miles Mikolas, we are going under. Hit that Mikolas pick. Hit that Blanco pick for sure. If you have, like I said, if you're hesitant on the Burns pick, that's the only one that I have a slight question on. But I do still think strongly it's going to hit the under. If you're riding with me, let me know in the comments, guys. One more thing before I let you guys go. That's all I have for the picks. Let me touch on this real quick. $100 play is going to win you $570. That's a 5.7x payout. Huge payout for us on this 3-man slip. We're going to hit it tonight. Last thing before I go. Fantasy football is coming right up, guys. We got 2 months till football season starts rolling. We got like a month and a week until preseason starts when the Hall of Fame game comes. Don't mess up your fantasy football drafts this year. I'm putting together a big draft guide right now. I'm going to rank. I already have it out, actually, where I have the PPR rankings, non-PPR rankings, and half PPR rankings. My rankings are out. Those will be adjusted throughout the summer based on trades, injuries, things like that, depth chart adjustments. Those rankings will be adjusted. The rankings are out, but I'm adding way more to this fantasy football draft guide that I'm putting out for you guys. Hit the link in the description below. Get in on my fantasy football draft guide. We're all going to win together this year, guys. I'm trying to let everybody in on everything I know about fantasy football, okay? So if you want to ride with me, guys, like I said, link in the description below. As always, thank you for watching. If you like these videos, if you like my picks, and if you love fantasy football and sports, hit that like button on this video. Hit the subscribe button, and don't forget that little dingy bell down there. That's going to get you all my videos sent straight to your phone so you're notified as soon as I drop a video so you can go in and lock in these picks before the lines change, because lines do move. As we saw with the Burns pick, it was at 6.5 last night, down to 5.5 today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Seriously, everything, all the support, anything I can get, I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart. Truly appreciative here on my end of things. Thank you again. I'll see you guys next time.